and welcome to IELLO. Today we show you how to play King of Tokyo Duel. In King of Tokyo, players become giant monsters who battle for the reign over Tokyo. Last monster standing takes the crown and becomes the ruler. Here in King of Tokyo Duel, you will try to defeat your ultimate rival. There are several ways to win the game, so not only by smashing your opponent, you can also win the popularity contest or deliver the most destruction to the city. The player who reaches one of 3 different goals first wins the game. King of Tokyo Duel is for 2 players, takes about 20 minutes and is for monsters of 8 years and older. Put the board in the center of the table. On the board are 2 shared tracks, Fame and Destruction. The markers start on the center spaces. Each player receives a life point tracker and chooses a monster board. A monster will have a name, a starting number of life points and a special power. Set your life point tracker to the number of life points. Shuffle the power cards and make a face-down deck. Place the first 3 cards from the deck open on the spaces of the board. This is the market. You will be able to buy these cards during the game with energy cubes. Set aside the red dice, energy cubes, buzz tokens, dice tokens and extra white dice. Now each player rolls the 6 red dice. The player with the most smashes starts the game. The other player receives an energy cube. On your turn, you may roll the 6 dice up to 3 times. Set aside results that you want to keep. You can always decide to re-roll these dice that you set aside during the 3rd roll. Once you have finished your 3 rolls or decided to stop before that, resolve the dice. For each smash icon that you rolled, your rival takes 1 hit. Lower their life point tracker. If the life point tracker of your opponent hits 0, you win the game. For each heal icon that you rolled, you gain a life point. You cannot gain more life points than your starting point. Each energy icon gives you an energy cube that you can spend later on power cards. For a triple fame or destruction rolled, pull the corresponding marker 1 space towards you on its track. If you have rolled another fame or destruction, you pull the marker 1 more space towards you. So if you roll 4 destruction, you pull the marker 2 spaces towards you. If you manage to get both markers at the same time in your spotlight zone, you have won. If you manage to get one of them on the victory space at the end of the track, you have also won. Last, when you roll a special power icon, you can activate the special power on your monster board. They are different for each monster. For instance, Mecha Dragon multiplies the number of smashes you rolled with the number of special powers. So 2 smashes with 3 special powers becomes 6 points of damage. Mecha. Once all the dice are resolved, you can buy power cards. Buy one of the open power cards for the number of energy cubes indicated in the top left corner. The card at the rightmost position always costs 1 cube less than indicated. Each time you buy or discard a card, slide all the other cards to the right and add a card from the draw pile. As long as you have energy cubes left, you can keep buying cards. You can also discard the whole market if you don't like it. Pay 2 energy cubes to remove all cards to the discard pile and refill the market. These new cards are immediately available to buy. Should you decide not to buy any cards this turn, gain 1 energy cube. There are 2 types of power cards. Keep cards that you play face up in front of you until the end of the game, and discard cards that are immediately resolved and then discarded. For instance, Monumento costs 5 energy and allows you to pull both the destruction and the fame marker to your side 1 space on their tracks. But Monumento also has a buzz icon. Before activating any effects, take the indicated buzz token and place it on the board. If the token is already on the board, you can move the token unless one of the markers occupies it. For example, the panda that comes with Monumento covers only 1 space, but some bus tokens cover 2 spaces or even add an extra space to the track, making it more difficult to reach the spotlight zone. A buzz token cannot be placed on a space that is occupied by one of the markers or another buzz token. Also note that you must place it, even if it doesn't fit your plans. Each time a marker enters this space, the player who moved the marker gets the bonus, in this case a dice token. If a marker moves several spaces at once, it activates the bonuses on all the spaces it passes over. When you are done buying and discarding power cards, your turn ends, and it's the other player's turn. You will be able to win dice tokens thanks to unique powers, buzz tokens or power cards. You cannot have more than 2 dice tokens at any time. At the start of your turn, you can spend 1 or 2 dice tokens to get 1 or 2 extra white dice to roll. Discard the tokens after you use them. So you can never roll more than 8 dice on one roll. The game ends immediately when the life point tracker of a player reaches the skull icon, when a player's 2 markers are pulled into their spotlight zone, or when one of the markers reaches that player's victory space, so they become the most feared or the most celebrated monster and therefore King of Tokyo. You have won the game. These are the rules for King of Tokyo Duel. The time for the final duel is now. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for the next video by IELLO. See you later!